Hello students, how are you all? Hope you are doing good. Today we are going to discuss about one more chapter in chemistry, that is chapter number 4, unit number 4, chemical bonding and molecular structure. You might have heard about this term chemical bonding. Chemical bonding ಅನ್ನೋ ಟರ್ಮ್ ನೀವು ಕೇಳಿರಬಹುದು. You might have heard in your high school section. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹೈ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಲೆಟ್ us see the definition of chemical bonding and what is the necessity of studying this chapter. ಇದನ್ನು ಯಾಕೆ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? So what is this chemical bonding? Okay, in first chapter some basic concepts of chemistry. ಆ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ you studied or you heard about some terms like mixtures and pure substances. You heard about compounds and elements. ಇದೆಲ್ಲವನ್ನು ಕೇಳಿದಿರಿ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ಸೊ ಬೇಸಿಕಲಿ ಅದು ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್. ಮ್ಯಾಟರಿನ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ ಇಂದ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು. ಸೊ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್? ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಮಾಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಆಕ್ಯುಪೈಸ್ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್. ಸೊ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್ ಇಸ್ ಮೇಡ್ ಅಪ್ ಆಫ್ ವಾಟ್? ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್ ಇಸ್ ಮೇಡ್ ಅಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್, ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಗಳಿಂದ ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ. ಈಗ ಯು ಹರ್ಡ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಟರ್ಮ್ ಕೇಳಿದಿರಿ, ಹಾಗೇನೆ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದಿರಿ. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ಸ್? ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ದ ಪ್ಯೂರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆರ್ ಸಿಂಪ್ಲೆಸ್ಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ಯೂರ್ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್, ಲೈಕ್ ನೋಡಿ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್, ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್, H2, O2 ಇದೆಲ್ಲವೂ ಕೂಡ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ಗಳು. ಓಕೆ, ಇದು ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್, H2 ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್, O2 ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್. ಇದು ಆಟಮ್, ಇದು ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್. ಈ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಹೇಗೆ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ? ಹೌ ಡೂ ದೀಸ್ atoms form molecules? One more example, ಈಗ H2O, it's a compound. H2 ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು compound. CO2, carbon dioxide, it's also a compound. How these are formed? H2 ಹೇಗೆ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಯಿತು? What you can see in this H2O? In this H2O we can see 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 atom of oxygen. Here we can see 1 atom of carbon and 2 atoms of oxygen. How these are formed? So these are formed by the combination of 2 or more atoms of different elements. You studied the definition. You already kaltkondiddiri. So compounds are formed by the combination. Here this term is important. Combination anno term bartade. Here you come across the term combination. Combination of 2 or more atoms of different elements. Andre ನಿಮಗೆ ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು? ಈಗ ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ದೇ ಅಂಡರ್ಗೋ combination. Okay, atoms will combine to form compounds or molecules. Our next question is, why do they combine? ಯಾಕೆ ಕಂಬೈನ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ? what is the necessity of combination? ಈ combinations ಗಳು ಯಾಕೆ ಬೇಕು? Okay, when you see the periodic table, there are many elements. The elements which are present in the periodic table, they are not present in pure form. Okay, ಅದು ಪ್ಯೂರ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ದೇ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ಸ್ ಗಳ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಅಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ನೋಬಲ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸಸ್, ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ನೋಬಲ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸಸ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಪಿರಿಯಾಡಿಕ್ ಟೇಬಲ್. ನೋಬಲ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನು ಒಂದು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಮತ್ತೆ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಗಳು ಕೂಡ ಯಾವ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ? ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ದೇ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದೇ ಕಂಬೈನ್, ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಕಂಬೈನ್ ವಿತ್ ಒನ್ another. ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ we are going to study why do these atoms will combine. ಇದು ಯಾಕೆ ಕಂಬೈನ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಈ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಎಸ್, ಲೆಟ್ us see the definition of chemical bonding first. ಈ ಬಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ನ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ ಅನ್ನು ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುವ. ಈಗ ನೋಡಿ, I have H2O, ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ H2O ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ಇದೆ. In this H2O molecule, 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 atom of oxygen remain together. ಈಗ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಎರಡು ಇಲ್ಲಿದ್ದು ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಇಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲೋ ಇದ್ರೆ it's not going to form water. You are not getting water. ನಿಮಗೆ ನೀರು ಸಿಗುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿದೆ, ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆ, if hydrogen is present here, oxygen is present somewhere here or anywhere here, so they have to combine. Okay, and even after the combination they have to exist together. ಒಟ್ಟಿಗಿರಬೇಕು. So in order to what? Remain together, so there must be some force. Okay, ಇದು ಒಟ್ಟಿಗಿರಬೇಕಾದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿರಬೇಕು? ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅದರ ಮೇಲೆ. Okay, there must be some force that has to hold those atoms together. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಒಟ್ಟಿಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ? what happens if they are not together? You are not getting the compounds. So there must be a force that is holding those atoms in the molecule or in the compound together. So ಆ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ಗೆ ನಾವೇನ್ ಕರಿತೇವೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಇದು ಯಾವ ಟೈಪ್ ನ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ that's nothing but attractive force. Okay, so what is chemical bonding? It's attractive force. It's nothing but attractive force. Okay, you know, it's an attractive force which holds the constituents of molecule or a compound together ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ತುಂಬಾ ಏನು ಕಷ್ಟಪಡಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ ಏನು? ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡ್ಸ್, ಅದನ್ನು ಹಿಡಿತದೆ, ವಿಚ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಯಾವುದನ್ನು? ದ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಯೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು. Constituents means they may be the atoms or ions which holds the constituents together in a compound or in a chemical species. Next, let us see how these combinations takes place. ಹೀಗೆ combinations ಗಳು ಹೇಗಾಗ್ತದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ನಾನೀಗ explain ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ. So in order to explain the formation of a bond or formation of chemical bonding, we have many theories. That the first approach, it was Queissel-Lewis approach. Okay, it was the first approach towards the chemical bonding, and both Queissel and Lewis, they gave some logical explanation for the formation of a chemical bond. Let us see what is this Queissel-Lewis approach. Now let us see what is Queissel-Lewis approach. It was the first concept of bonding, Queissel-Lewis approach. Okay, Queissel-Lewis approach. So according to Queissel and Lewis, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ದ ಮೇನ್ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಏನು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ವೈ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಕಂಬೈನ್ ಟು ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಆನ್ಸರ್ ವೈ ದೋಸ್ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಪಿರಿಯಾಡಿಕ್ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಗೋ ಕಾಂಬಿನೇಷನ್. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಟು ಅಟೈನ್ ದ ಸ್ಟೆಬಿಲಿಟಿ. Okay, in order to attain the stability, they undergo combination. Okay, they combine with one another. How do they get stability? ಹೇಗೆ stability ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ? The stability of an atom is expressed in terms of electronic configuration. Queissel and Lewis found that the noble gases present in the periodic table are inert. Inert means they're not undergoing any type of chemical reaction. Inertness ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಒಂಥರ ಜಡತ್ವ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೂ ಅದು ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ದೇ ರಿಮೇನ್ ಇನರ್ಟ್. Okay, so this theory, it was based on the inertness of noble gases present in the periodic table. So why these noble gases are inert? Why they do not undergo any type of chemical reaction? The reason is, according to them, the reason is they have got octet configuration in their valence shell. ಈಗ ನೋಬಲ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸಸ್ಗಳು ಯಾವುದೆಲ್ಲ ಅದು? ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಹೀಲಿಯಂ, ನಿಯಾನ್, ಆರ್ಗಾನ್, ಇಂಥದ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ನೋಬಲ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸಸ್ಗಳು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಹೀಲಿಯಂ, ವೆನ್ ಯು ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ನೋಬಲ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸಸ್, ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗಾಟ್ 8 electrons in the valence shell. ಅದರ valence shell ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ? 8 electrons ಇರ್ತದೆ, which is known as octet configuration. I'll write the electronic configuration of neon first. See, it has 10 electrons. What is the electronic configuration? You studied this. So it has 1s2, 2s2, 2p6 configuration. So which is a valence shell? ಈ valence shell ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? It's the outermost shell. So how do you decide which is the valence shell of an atom? So ಹೇಗೆ decide ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ? You heard about principal quantum number. While writing the electronic configuration, first you are writing some numbers. So integers. See, this is what? Principal quantum number. 1, 2, 2. Here, which is the largest number? 2 is the largest number. So here, the subshell with highest value of principal quantum number. Okay, ಅದು ಯಾವುದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ? ಔಟರ್ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಶೆಲ್ ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ? 2s2 ಮತ್ತೆ 2p6. n is equal to 2 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ಶೆಲ್? n equal to 1 ಅಂದ್ರೆ k ಶೆಲ್, n equal to 2 ಅಂದ್ರೆ l shell, KLMN. So here L shell is the outermost shell. So here there are 8 electrons in the valence shell. Okay, don't confuse, idu valence shell na part alla. There are 8 electrons in the valence shell. If you write the electronic configuration of argon also, so in that also you can have 8 electrons. If you want, I'll write the electronic configuration. It has 20 electrons. Which one? Argon has 20 electrons. I'll write it here. So you tell me the electronic configuration starts from 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6. Isn't it? Total number of electrons, how much? 10. Sorry, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 4, 10, 12, 18. Okay. Argon has 18 electrons, not 20, sorry, 18 electrons. So here, which is the valence shell? 2 or 3? Last one, this one. Okay, n equal to 3, KLM, M shell. Okay, it has how many electrons? 8 electrons. So all these noble gases, they are having 8 electrons in their valence shell. Those noble gases, normally they do not form any compounds. Okay, when you see ಯಾವುದೇ compounds ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ, when you analyze different types of compounds available on earth, so you cannot see many number of compounds formed by these noble gases. Rarely they form a few compounds. The reason, according to Quessel and Lewis, the reason is because they have got octet configuration or 8 electrons in their valence shell. So ಅವ್ರು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಇದರ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ, atoms have a tendency to attain octet configuration to attain stability. Okay, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವ ಟೆಂಡೆನ್ಸಿ ಇದೆ? In order to attain octet configuration, so they form bonds ಅಂತ ಯಾರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ? Quessel and Lewis. Understood? So every atom, every element in the periodic table, okay, that always tend to attain more stability. Okay, so ಏನು ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತದೆ? It always tries to attain or gain the stability. Okay, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಹಾಗೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಹೇಗೆ ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು? How does it get stability? By attaining octet configuration. So in order to attain octet configuration, those atoms form bonds. Understood? Atoms ಗಳು ಏನು ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ತವಂತೆ? ಬಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನು ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ತವೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. Is it clear? So according to Quessel and Lewis approach, so this was based on the inertness of noble gases. Why noble gases inert? Because they have got octet configuration in the valence shell. When you write the electronic configuration of all the noble gases present in the periodic table, what you can see in their valence shell, you can see 8 electrons. Okay, and also nimge ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿದೆ already? What you understood? These noble gases are not ready to form compounds. They never form compounds ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ Quessel ಮತ್ತೆ Lewis ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಯಾಕೆ? ಅದು ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್. So that's why every atom tend to get octet configuration. How? By undergoing combination. Is it clear? Now let us see how to explain chemical bonding using this Quessel and Lewis approach. So before that, we have to write Lewis symbols. So by using Lewis symbols, we are writing or we are explaining the formation of chemical bond. Let us see what is this Lewis symbol. Next is about the Lewis symbols. Okay, Lewis dot symbols. Lewis represented the valential electron of an atom in terms of dots. Okay, let us see some examples. Hydrogen. How to write dot symbol for hydrogen? I have to put only one dot. Why? Because hydrogen has only one valence electron. What is the electronic configuration? It's 1s1. In order to write these dot structures, okay, you should know the electronic configuration of atom. ಈಗ hydrogen ಆದರೆ 1s1, I have to write only one dot. If it is helium, I have to put how many dots? 1s2. So how many dots I have to put? I have to put 2 dots like this. If it is lithium, I have to put how many dots? 3 or 1. What's the configuration? 1s2, 2s1. How many dots I have to put? Whether I have to put 3 dots or only 1 dot? I have to put only 1 because we have to write these valence electrons as dots. Okay, ಎಷ್ಟು valence electron ಇದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ? ಒಂದು ಮಾತ್ರ ಇದೆ. Highest value of principal quantum number. Only 1 dot. Okay, next ಅದು lithium ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ beryllium. How many dots I have to put? 1s2, 2s2. Okay, I have to put 2 dots because it has only 2 electrons in the valence shell. Boron. I have to put how many dots? 1s2, 2s2, 2p1. How many dots I have to put? Only 1 dot or 3 dots? 3 dots. See, n equal to 2 for these two. So it has got 3 dots like this. Is it clear? Next, carbon. So 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. I have to put how many dots? I have to put 4 dots. Okay, like this you have to write. I have to put 4 dots around this carbon. Okay, another doubts idre kelkoli. Next I am going to write the dot structures, dot symbols of other elements. Directly I am going to write. After oxygen I write nitrogen. It has got 7 electrons, but in the valence shell it has got only 5. So like this, 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, you try to write it. Next, oxygen. I have to write 6 dots. Okay, now dots ಬಂದ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Neon ಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು dots ಹಾಕಬೇಕು? I have to put 8 dots around neon. Okay, you remember this. These are the Lewis dot symbols for different atoms. If you know this Lewis dot symbols, then you can easily explain the formation of chemical bond using this concept. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಇದನ್ನು ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Dot symbols ಬರೆಯುವುದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದರೂ confusion, if you have got any confusion while writing these Lewis dot structures, okay, you can ask me. Okay, if you have any doubts, please ask me. Is it clear? Yes. Now here we have two types of bonds. Okay, there are two types of chemical bonds. One is ionic bond. You might have heard about these two terms. First one is ionic bond. There are two types of bonds. One is ionic bond. Second one is covalent bond. Now we are going to explain both the bonds, ionic bond as well as covalent bond, using this Lewis approach. Okay. First, let us see what is this ionic bond. So ionic bond, how it is formed? Ionic bond is formed by the transfer of electrons from one atom to the another atom. So why there is a transfer? Why electrons are transferred from one atom to another atom? So electrons are transferred. Okay, in the case of ionic bond, how it is formed? It is formed by the transfer of electrons from one atom to another atom. So why there is a transfer of electron? Electrons are transferred to get octet configuration. Okay, so adra no explain madbekar. In order to explain these, okay, you should know this one. Okay, just by knowing the Lewis dot structures, you can picturize the type of bond formed, and even you can calculate the common group valencies of different elements in the periodic table. Okay, group valencies galannu kuda calculate madlikke aagtade. Let us see the formation of ionic bond. According to Queisel and Lewis, okay, ಅವ್ರು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದರೆ, based on their observation in the periodic table, the most electronegative halogen atoms are separated by, okay, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು periodic table ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ S block elements ಇದೆ, P block elements ಇದೆ, D block elements ಇದೆ, F block elements ಇದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಆ periodic table ಇರುವಂಥ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಹ್ಯಾಲೋಜನ್ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಮತ್ತೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಆಲ್ಕಲಿ ಮೆಟಲ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಸಪರೇಟೆಡ್ ಬೈ ನೋಬಲ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಯಾವುದೆಲ್ಲ ಇದನ್ನೇನು ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಗೆ, ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಯು ಲಿಸನ್ ಟು ಮೀ. ಇನ್ ದ ಪಿರಿಯಾಡಿಕ್ ಟೇಬಲ್, ದ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಹ್ಯಾಲೋಜನ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಆಲ್ಕಲಿ ಮೆಟಲ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಸಪರೇಟೆಡ್ ಬೈ noble gases. Okay, if you know this, then only you can explain the formation of ionic bond. Okay, this electronegative halogen atoms, they have a tendency to gain electrons. They can gain electrons. You heard about electron gain enthalpy and all, electronegativity. Okay, these halogen atoms, they accept or they gain electrons and they form anions. Idu nenpidkobeku. Okay, then only you can explain the formation of ionic bond. Once again I'll repeat. These electronegative halogen atoms, they gain electrons and they form anions. The electropositive alkali metals, they have a tendency to lose electron. Okay, they give electrons, they lose their electron and they form cations. Okay, they form cations. So now we have two different type of charges. So one is minus and second one is plus. So these are the two opposite charges. In between these two opposite charges, there is a force of attraction, which is known as electrostatic force. Okay, we call that electrostatic force as ionic bond. We call it as ionic bond. Understood? Okay, I'll give one example of formation of very common compound, that is sodium chloride, NaCl. Here sodium is the alkali metal and chlorine is the halogen atom. So how this is formed? So in order to explain the formation of sodium chloride, you should know the electronic configuration, valential electronic configuration of sodium and chlorine. ಇದು ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸೋಡಿಯಂ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ಆಲ್ಕಲಿ ಮೆಟಲ್, ಕ್ಲೋರಿನ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್? ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಹ್ಯಾಲೋಜನ್. ಸೊ ಇದರ ಟೆಂಡೆನ್ಸಿ ಏನು? ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು ಲೂಸ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್, ದಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು ಗೇನ್ ದ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್. Now why it loses its electron? ಯಾಕೆ ಅದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಕಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತದೆ? See, I'll write the electronic configuration. So you can write the condensed formula also. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಲಿ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಡಿಟೇಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಬರೀತೇನೆ ನೋಡಿ. 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s1. It has 11 electrons. Sometimes it is written as Ne3s1. Is it correct? So here this is the configuration of what? The noble gas neon 3s1. Okay, so now this sodium has one extra electron. It has one extra electron, otherwise The electronic configuration of sodium is similar to that of neon, which is considered as stable. Neon ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು noble gas. Is it correct? Neon has a stable octet configuration, but sodium has got one extra electron. Because of that, it is not stable. If it loses that one electron, so then the electronic configuration of sodium becomes equal to the electronic configuration of neon. See here, if it loses its electron, then sodium becomes Na plus. So it always loses its valential electron. You will get 1s2, 2s2, 2p6 as the configuration of sodium, and here this is the configuration of corresponding noble gas. Now Na plus has got 8 electrons in its valence shell, which is stable. It loses its electron to form cation. Next, chlorine. It has got how many electrons? It has got 7 electrons in the valence shell. See here, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p5. Atomic number 17 it is. You ought to remember. So in the valence shell we have how many electrons? 7 electrons. So in H2 electron vehicle to attain octet, it requires 1 electron. That 1 electron will be provided by the sodium. Sodium gives its one electron to this chlorine, and now chlorine becomes Cl minus. So what is that? 1 extra electron is added to the outer shell. 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, and this is the configuration of argon. So ಇದರ configuration ಯಾವ್ದ್ರದ್ದು ಆಗ್ತದೆ? 18 electrons ಆಗ್ತದೆ. It's a configuration of argon. So this is very important. We have got Na plus and Cl minus. Now between Na plus and Cl minus, there is electrostatic force of attraction, which is known as ionic bond. Is it clear? Yes. One more example. You try to write the formation of CaF2, calcium fluoride. Okay? I will explain the formation of calcium fluoride in our next class. Thank you.